Ladies and gentlemen, and the Toastmasters of the Club of Champions Horizon, welcome on Friday, 3rd of February 2023. We are having this contest in a very short period of time. And as we said yesterday, drastic situations require drastic measures. And guess what? The drastic measures turned out to be the best ever. Now, having said that, and without any further ado, since it's exactly 2 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen, we have a captain of the ship. He is so smart, he's so eloquent, he's so professional, he's a great leader. I can go on and on and on and on, but I'm going to stop and hand him over the mic and the ship to take it to the shores of safety. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome our contest chair, none other than RG Flores.
Yay! Thank you, Didi Amphita. Fellow Toastmasters, our dear Chief Judge, our guests, good afternoon. And wherever part of the world you are, welcome to Horizon Toastmasters Annual Club Contest. Today, we're going to hold this club contest. They say that Horizon is the club of the champions. So we are living up to that reputation. We're glad to see all of you here, and those leaders who are here taking part with this annual contest means a lot to us. Just like what we said in our team, we are stronger when we are together. And I really admired the presiding officer. You know, we were doing this dry run yesterday and we were not worried a bit. You know why? Because we're surrounded with great leaders with great passion and commitment. And it's of course led by Tito Amphita. Tito Amphita, hats off to you, sir. My very high respect to you. Thank you, sir. And he said this, drastic times call for drastic measures. And he did. He did all the measures that he could do. On the last minute, we were able to get role takers to support us from other clubs from all around the globe. And we thank you wholeheartedly for being here. And by the way, let us not forget that there's no I in the word team. And we can only be stronger if we put our efforts together. That's why we are stronger when we are together. Thank you. Now let us begin. Chief Judge, if I can give you if you can give me the go signal, if your judges are ready, roll takers, timers.
Yes, I think just give me a couple of minutes because one judge is going to be just coming in. Yeah. In the meanwhile, you can just check with the timer and all others if they are there.
Yes, Chief Judge. Contestants were already briefed. We already conducted the pre-briefing, and all the rules were already discussed during the pre-briefing. All of them are eligible as per the Toastmasters International Rulebook. We already have told them about the technicalities where there would be some kind of protests. They're all aware of that. And we are so happy that all of them stepped up, braved enough to share their stories today. And 2 of those 3 contestants, one of them would not be able to make it today because of some urgent family issues. So we only have 3 contestants per category. And 2 of them would be representing Horizon Toastmasters Club in the upcoming Area 31 in the Division F District 79 area contest. All the best to all of you, and may the best Toastmaster win. All of you are champions. All of you are all winners. There are some that we would who would be representing us, but definitely we will learn a great amount of learnings today. And I hope you enjoy the show. Chief Judge.
Yeah, just a few minutes more because one more judge is going to be there. Just give me a couple of minutes.
All right, while we're waiting, I'm going to tell you a very quick joke. There's this mother came to wake up her son, say, son, you have to go to school, you're late. He said, I'm not going. So she said to him, give me a good reason. He said to her, well, the kids don't like me. Well, that's not a good reason. Give me another one. She said, well, the teachers don't like me. And then she said to him, well, you have to go. He said to her, give me a good reason. She said to him, well, first, you are the director of the school. You have to go. Anyway, thank you very much. I think the judge is here.
Yeah, please carry on now. Please start. You have a green signal, sir.
Judge. Contestants, can you please spin timer 1? Can you see timer 1? Please spin timer 1. All right. Let's start with the evaluation contest. We will begin with the evaluation contest. The purpose of the contest is assigned by Toastmasters is to encourage development of evaluation skills and to recognize
You are frozen. Contest chair, you are frozen. Oops. The captain of the ship is frozen. Artentica. All right, so let's give him a few seconds.
Come back, Artie. Come back.
I sent a message. Artie, you're frozen.
He will have a one-time off for 4 minutes before he can log back in, before he's disqualified as the contest champion.
Okay, I'll give him 2 minutes, or else I'll just take over as contest chair. Oh my goodness. All right, send a message. Artie.
I'm back. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. My line. Okay.
Just about to fire you.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we start, let me please introduce to you our test speaker. Our test speaker is a division champion and also a district champion in humorous speech. He's none other than Toastmaster Ricardo Chodian, and the title of his speech is The Cheerleader. The Cheerleader, Toastmaster Ricky Chodian.
This is an audio and video check. Am I audible and visible? Okay. Give me an M, give me an E, give me an S, give me an S, give me an I. What do we have? Messi. What do we have? Messi. With the recently concluded FIFA World Cup finals, did you not cheer for your favorite team or maybe your favorite player, say Messi? Contest Master and my fellow cheerleaders, have you ever watched some sports match like basketball or football and noticed how these colorfully dressed girls and boys would chant some cheers and would perform some routines for the enjoyment of the crowd? Well, that's what cheerleaders do. They would cheer for their team as a form of encouragement. It can also be performed as a sign to motivate a sports team or maybe as a form of competition. For competition. But did you know that there are many times in our lives wherein we also need someone to cheer us up? Someone who could give us some encouragement to go on with life. Someone who could lift us up when we are feeling down. Well, I know someone who did just that. And his name is JP, a friend and fellow expatriate here in Saudi Arabia. Well, JP was born in an unknown date, at an unknown place, to an unknown father. Growing up, he celebrated his birthday every 21st of April and had his birth registration in the year 1988 in a place called Cotabato City, a third-class independent component city of Mindanao, which is in the southern part of the Philippines. Way before he came to Saudi Arabia to work, JP discovered that he was an adopted child. And he found out that his biological mother was terminally ill. But fate must have been in his favor because he was able to see and meet his mother an hour before she died. Despite all the hardships in life, he still held on and graduated as valedictorian in high school. But while he was in college, the father figure that he used to know also passed away. That must have been so devastating. But life must go on. So he tried to wish to give up until he found his purpose in life. So he joined the school cheerleading team. That started all up again. Hopes were high. There was a will to live again. He worked at different fast food chains in order to support his financial needs. But even in doing all of this, he felt that there's something missing. So he started building, teaching, and coaching a school cheerleading team in a place in their province. There he can see himself mirrored in the eyes of these kids. And he saw that there's some potential in these children. And finally, he found his purpose in life, to cheer for those who needed him the most. He tried to work hard and supported all of these kids without any salary or financial benefit. They competed in Manila and won in the national championship. That paved the way for all of these children to fulfill their dreams and go on to college as scholars in some of the best and prominent colleges and universities in the Philippines. JP helped these kids' dreams come true. Years later, JP came to Saudi Arabia to work. He started as a humble salesman and worked his way up to the ladder of success. He joined a number of competitions, ranging from modeling to pageantry to dancing. And he won in most of them. But the highlight of his career, the recently concluded search for the outstanding overseas Filipino workers in Saudi Arabia, where he was awarded as one of the most outstanding inspirational Filipinos with a story of success. He then realized that he is now cheering for the people around him. He gave them hope and inspiration to pursue their dreams. He's now a role model to be emulated, an image of hope despite the adversities. And then a big question popped in my head. Who am I cheering for? I'm cheering for my family, my son most especially. I cheer for him in just about anything, be it in school or in any other simple activities like singing or playing the piano. I cheer for him because I want him to be the best version of himself that he can be, full of talent and potentials. I cheer for my father and my mother, who despite the difficulties have given us the best life possible, a life that's full of love. And I cheer for all of my friends to let them know that I will always be here no matter what. And then came a moment of silence. And I heard someone whispering, "Hey, cheerleader." And then there was Jake, reminding us that there is a cheerleader in each of us. Fellow Toastmasters, I want you all to remember that the best way to cheer yourself up is to cheer somebody else up. And that I've got a lot of dreams I want to achieve. And I hope that someone can cheer me on while I cheer them on in their dreams. Who are you cheering for? Contest Master.
Thank you, cheerleader Ricky. We're cheering for you, actually. Timer, 5 minutes, please, for the contestants to complete their evaluation sheets. Time is up. Zoom Master, can I please request you to bring all the contestants except for contestant number 1 to the breakout room, please. The speaking order will be number 1 is Muhammad Hassan, number 2 will be Gayan Niroshan Nanayakara, and number 4, because speaker number 3 will not be participating, is Lada Lesnia. Are they now all in the Zoom at the breakout room, Zoom Master?
Yes. Give me a moment.
Okay.
Gayan is still here. Gayan, can you go to,
Please
can you
join
join?
the breakout room.
Yeah, the evaluation room. Who will be SAA that I need to transfer there?
Is it okay if you can assign Yunyati for the meantime?
Uniati, please take care of them, Ken. Uniati,
Sure,
thank you.
sure. How to join?
Click the link.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, Abu Bakar, you also Abu
No, he's
Bakar is also
No, he's no.
okay. Okay, contest chair, Lada, Gayan, Timer, Uniati is in the other room.
Thank you, Zoom Master. Chief Judge, let us start the evaluation contest with contestant number 1.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Contestant number 1, Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan. Muhammad Hassan, contestant number 1.
Evaluation is not about finding faults. It's about helping people reach their full potential by realizing their excellence. Good afternoon, contest chair, chief judge, and fellow Toastmasters. Today, Toastmaster Ricky Chouidian has delivered an amazing speech which inspired us all. The main message was to be a cheerleader for others, to find real happiness. Honestly, Toastmaster Ricky, it was an amazing speech, a well-drafted speech with proper introduction, opening, and conclusion. The highlights of the speech which I have noted was when you started the speech, you captivated audience's attention by being a cheerleader yourself and pronouncing MESE for Messi. That was an amazing and engaging bit that you did. You had a very emotional story in your speech about a boy who lost his mother, father, and yet he was able to find good in other people by cheering for them and helping them grow in their lives. That was an amazing aspect for a speech and to motivate others. When you were delivering the speech, Toastmaster Ricky, you were properly moving, you were expressive, which was again a good aspect. But in order for you to improve, I have a few suggestions if you allow me to. Since start, you told us that this young boy, JP, was struggling and lost his parents. Yet, how he started cheerleading for others when you told us that he was working for the restaurants and waiting tables and whatever you mentioned. So a little bit elaboration was required on that end. And when you were transitioning his story from his homeland to Saudi, the transition was not proper and it was abrupt, I felt. And we didn't know how he ended up being a dancer in Saudi. And a bit of more elaboration was required and a transition was required. When you were talking about the subject JP, at one point you were mentioning here JP is, so we were we have identified JP on your right, but then all of a sudden you started pointing towards left, which confused our audience. And since you started with the cheerleading bit for World Cup, and then you ended a bit differently, so conclusion was not connected to the start. So that could be improved. All in all, it was an amazing speech. All the best for you to give this speech on different platforms. Back to you, contest chair.
Thank you, contestant number 1, Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan. 1 minute of silence, please, for the judges to mark their ballots. Yes, DTM.
Point of order, every time ask the contestant if you can see the timer, just to confirm.
Okay, noted.
One minute is up. All right. Contestant number 2.
Please.
Contestant number 2, Gayan Niroshan. Gayan, can you see the timer?
Yes, I can see the time.
All right. So
Am I audible?
Gayan Niroshan, contestant number 2. Gayan Niroshan, contestant number 2. Stage is yours.
Yes, okay. Toastmaster Gayan, can you repeat after me?
Yep.
I can do this.
I do this.
I can do this.
I can do this.
Can you see the timer, Toastmaster Gayan?
Yes, I can see.
Is this your speaking position?
Yeah, this is my speaking question.
Okay. Contestant number 2, Toastmaster Gayan Nanayakara. Contestant number 2, Na Toastmaster Gayan Nanayakaya.
The best way to cheer your life up self is to cheer someone else. Contest chair, Toastmasters. Toastmaster Ricky, what an inspirational speech it was. Dear Toastmasters, notice that the deep meaning articulated in that speech, he gave a completely different meaning to cheerleading. It was well crafted with deep meaning throughout the speech, how to cheer up someone's life. And of course, Toastmaster Ricky leave us an inspirational life story which we'll never forget. Well done on that, Toastmaster. Toastmaster, you notice that the vivid language he used throughout in his speech. He used show when he was a kid, he started cheering up. So when you use this vivid language, that give meaning of connection with the audience more easily. I could imagine it flows and the happen. I could vividly imagine. So well done on that too. Let me give you some recommendation that I felt that you could take your speech to the next level. Firstly, I felt that you could bring in personal anecdote to the speech where you learn from your friend, you cheer up other lives, and you apply this to someone else. So he too came up with his life. So when you use this personal anecdote, small stories, the audience will grab your speech very well, which is a pulling, grabbing technique. Number two, yes, you use your body language, but I thought you could use dramatic pose like life, let go. So when you use these dramatic poses coupled up with your body language, that helps you to pull your audience and stick to your speech throughout. Overall, you did very well in the meaning and you had used vivid language. But if you could work on dramatic pose, I'm sure we will see it in the international stage. Contest chair.
Thank you, contestant number 2, Toastmaster Gayan. Timer, 1 minute of silence, please, for the judges to mark their ballots. Time is up. Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Lada Lesnia. Lada, is this your speaking position? Can you repeat after me, please? I can do this. 0 Master, can you please unmute her?
Can't do this, and I can unmute myself too.
Audible and visible, Lada. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 4, the last contestant, Toastmaster Lada Lesniak.
Hello, my fellow Toast gods and goddesses, and especially Ricky. Another beautiful speech from the champion. Yes, very much so. Enjoyed your speech all the way. Like so many things about it, and there's some things that I will suggest to you. So first of all, what I loved about your speech, loved the way you started with the pom-poms. Woo! That was absolutely wonderful. I love that. Got us interested. What is he talking about? Cheerleading. Love that you started, you were really talking about your friend JP. Then you went to hold your friend JP and you were talking about who he is. You described him very, very well. He was an orphan. Then he picked his own birth date, 1988, because he didn't know where exactly when he was born. That was well described, that he was then his parents. He went to see his biological mother. There were some really, really beautiful moments that you had, that he was went to see his mom before she died. Then his father died. So you're really kind of describing who he was. Then he came to Saudi Arabia. He helped the kids. He helped kids out to try to support them as well. So, and then even like when you said about that he saw himself in the kids, there were some really beautiful moments when you were kind of describing this character of JP. I thought that was really, really well done. You had great eye contact. I thought that was good. You had good organization. Love the outfit, love the pom-poms, because I was all at first I was like, why is he so casual? And I was like, oh, okay, he's talking about cheerleading. I got it. And your message was clear. Your message very clear. Support somebody. Support. If you want to cheer yourself up, then cheer someone else up. So that was great. So all about support. I thought that was all really well, clear, and well done. Now, how could you make the speech even better? Yes, here we go. I wanted to hear JP talk. I wanted, they say, don't just show it, do it. I wanted to hear his voice. I wanted to hear him in his voice and say what he was, kind of describe something. I don't know what it was, but describe something about in his own voice. Then, which confused me, because then at the end of your speech, you started talking in I. And I assumed that was JP. I wasn't sure, that the transition was not very clear for me. So I wasn't sure who were you? You're saying I am cheering for. So that was a little confusing. For my son playing the piano, that was a little confusing. I cheer for my mother, my father. And then your energy was kind of even without. The whole thing was even in the whole thing. I would actually just kind of get it a little bit more vocal variety, which would happen with if it was JP. And then the message was clear, but then I was wondering, who supports JP? You talked about he supports everyone, but who actually supports JP? That was my question. I kind of was like, okay. Overall, Ricky, great speech. You know that you're a champion for sure, but I would make it just a little clearer. JP's voice, I would talk in his, and then I would be clear when he starts talking about I, is it about I, is it about him, or is it you? And overall, great speech. So thank you, Ricky, for another wonderful speech. Go, Ricky, go, Ricky, go, go, go. Back to you, contest chair.
Thank you, contestant number 4. This is the last contestant. 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots, please. Time is up. I'd like to congratulate all the contestants for stepping forward and participating in the evaluation contest. Thank you, contestants, and all your participation certificates will be sent by email. May we just please have the target speaker spotlighted just to ask some few questions. Ricky, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still
Hi, Ricky. I'd just like to ask you a few questions. You're not just a community leader, but you're a champion speaker. Whom are you cheering for, Ricky? You're a big fan of who?
Well, actually, thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster RD Flores. Well, being exposed in the Filipino community, you know, my eyes have been open to a wide array of problems that our fellow Filipinos are experiencing, which we normal people do not actually know or are even aware of. But having seen them, I got inspired and, you know, took the platform of community service, the different organizations that I belong to, in order for me to help them out in whatever little way that I can possibly can. So I'm cheering for all of those who are feeling distressed and devastated, at least in my own ways, cheer them up so that I can tell them that there's still hope despite all of these challenges that they are facing. And in my own little ways, be able to lessen the burden that they have on their shoulders. So I believe that being part of a wider community of different organizations, be it in the professional side, cultural, or even in Toastmasters, you know, being speakers, we're able to reach out to them with our own words because words are so powerful. And these simple words can encourage them to move forward and uplift their spirit to not give up.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ricky. There's always a cheerleader in all of us. So let's start cheering for each other. Pull them up instead of putting them down. Thank you, Toastmaster Ricky, for inspiring us. Chief Judge, are you ready for the next category, the table topics?
Can you just, okay, no problem. I will share with the tally counter the result on WhatsApp. Don't worry. Okay, you can proceed further, no problem.
All right.
Yeah,
Major-
timer already noted. Don't worry, timer. Yeah.
The timer noted, yes. All the contestants are here. May just please call on Toastmaster Gayan, Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan, and Toastmaster Lada. Since contestant number 1, Toastmaster Ibrahim, will not be participating, we will start with contestant number 2. Now, before we begin, I have 3 questions given to me by the Chief Judge. Please select one question, 1, 2, 3. The first hand who would put her hand or his hand would be able to select the question. Raise, okay, we have a wheel. Okay, let's put on the wheel.
Can we do it by the wheel? Okay, here we go.
Yes, we'll do it by the wheel.
Question number. Question number 3.
Yeah. Question number 3 is Zoom Master. Zoom Master, can we please ask you to bring the 2 contestants to the breakout room? Contestant number 3 and number 4. Leaving contestant Toastmaster Gayan in the main room, please.
Zoom
Master, can you please mute the mic?
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay,
Muhammad.
I already Hassan Lada and leave Toastmaster Gayan here. Can I send Yuniati back to the room?
No, I'm active timer right now.
Okay, so
okay.
Sajni,
Other
I
timer.
send Okay, I send Sajni. Okay,
Let us begin.
everybody is back. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Chief Judge, are the judges ready?
Yes, sir, please go ahead. Timer,
Alright.
you want to say something? You please.
yeah,
send me
I
a direct
can't
message.
pin the
Lower
timer.
your hand, lower
Sorry.
your hand.
Lower your hand, timer.
Contestant, I
Okay.
can't
Otherwise
pin
it
the
just-
time. All right.
All right.
For the moment, I can't ping the right timer. All right. Okay. I think now it's okay. Yeah. It's,
Toastmaster Gayan.
Sorry. I'm supposedly the active timer right now. It's timer 2.
I can't see your screen.
Yuni, can
Timer
you
two?
help to on your camera, please?
Okay. That's her.
Can you see me?
Hold on. No, I can't
Shall I
see.
raise hand?
That's her, yes.
All right.
All right.
I can see, but I don't see timing card.
She will
No,
check in a while.
only flash at 1 minute and green, yellow, and 1:30 and red on 2 minutes. So at the moment, no time.
Okay. Clear timer. Thank you, Yunyati.
Can I? You're going to show the timing card?
Yeah,
Time-
she will. She will, as you reach a green, as you reach 1 minute, she will show the green. And when you reach at the time of the yellow, she will show yellow and red. Okay? Is that clear, Toastmaster Gayan?
Okay. All right.
All right. Is that your speaking position?
Yeah, this is my speaking position.
Can you repeat after me, please? I can do this.
I can do this.
Perfect. You are both visible and audible. Toastmaster Gayan, contestant number 1. Your question is, your table topic is, judging a person does not define who they are. It defines who you are. I will repeat. Judging a person does not define who they are. It defines who you are. Toastmaster Gayan.
In my primary school, there was this very new student joined with us. He contest chair Toastmasters. He was kind of big-headed, and everyone thought he doesn't want to mingle with others. And I had the same feeling. Every time, try to ignore him. He was very silent. But you Toastmasters. One day I was waiting my dad to take me from the school. And I was noticed my dad is late. Then this new student who never spoke to me came to me and asked, "Friend, what's wrong with you?" Saying, "My dad is late. Don't worry, I'll stay with you. My dad is already here." Friends, sometimes we are judging people, we are judging book from its cover. But you really study, go inside, you will realize how great they are. When I was trying to join Toastmasters, I thought Toastmasters is all masters. I will not get there because Toastmasters. Then when I realized, when I joined this club, how helpful them, how welcoming and treated. I remember my speech, they upraised me and upheld You did a great job. That's why I'm continuing to in Toastmasters. So, friends, by judging someone else, it's not that person, it's in ourselves. We need to change ourselves rather than judging people from the house. Kadesha,
And 1 minute of silence, please, for the judges to mark their ballots.
Time is up.
Thank you, timer. Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan. Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan, is this your speaking position?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. Toastmaster Hassan, can you please repeat after me? Can you please say, I can do this?
I can do this.
Perfect. You are both audible and visible. Your table topic is, judging a person does not define who they are. It defines who you are. Judging a person does not
Okay, I will take over. Judging a person does not define who they are, it defines who you are. I repeat, judging a person does not define who they are, it defines who you are. Stage is yours.
Happiness depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Contest chair, chief judge, and fellow Toastmasters. Judging does not define the person who they are, but actually it defines who is judging that person. People can have various opinion about yourself, but should you bother yourself about all those opinions? Should you play by those rules? Should you let yourself down by those opinions? Never. It has always proved to be counterproductive. When you constructive feedback is always good to take in for your improvement, but criticism and judgmental opinions you cannot do much about. You can listen to them and you can forget about them. I have myself faced a lot of these situations in which I was judged inappropriately. I was judged on my physical self. I was judged on what my opinions are on different different occasions, on different world matters. But I always tried to learn something out of those. And I did not let them bring myself down. There was this exam that I was taking in which I was not prepared at all. And people, my fellow friends, they were thinking that I would not able to pass through that. It was an engineering exam. And yet I had 2 days to prepare. I worked hard day in and day out, and I emerged victorious out of that. If I would have let myself down on those opinions, would I have been able to get through? Not at all. So judgments do not define you. You yourself define you. Back to you, contest chair.
Thank you so much. Contest number 2, I think in the absence of the contest chair is back. Okay. Go ahead.
Thank you, presiding officer. My line is really very erratic. 1 minute of silence, please, for the judges to mark their ballots.
Time is up.
Thank you, Uniati. Timer. Our last contestant, Toastmaster Lada Lesnia. Lada, is this your speaking position?
Yes, it is.
Yes, Lada, can you please repeat after me? Say, I can do this.
I can do this.
Yeah, Lada, you rock. You're both visible and audible. Lada, here's your topic.
I didn't hear anything he said.
Judging a person does not define who they are. Judging a person, I'll repeat. Judging
I
a
didn't hear the beginning of the question. You were
Okay.
cutting out.
Okay. Judging a
Please
person.
repeat twice. Please repeat twice again.
Okay. Judging a person does not define who they are. It defines who you are. Judging a person does not define who they are. It defines who you are. Contestant number 4.
Hello, my fellow toast gods and goddesses. Judging a person is not who they are, but who you are. I totally and completely agree. You know, when I was younger, obviously, you know, when you're a teenager, you're thinking you're judging everybody and you really kind of, you're a teenager. That's what you do. You judge others, you're very concerned that other people are judging you. And that's just the way it is. But then I think as you get older, you realize that, you know what? You're judging someone else and they really, you can judge them, but it doesn't matter to them in a way because the person that suffers in that is you. You suffer. When you judge someone else, it really says who you are. So, you know, whenever people would say, okay, here we go. My unicorn. I've been wearing this unicorn for almost 2.5 years, right? And I use it because for me, it's a great way to say, you know what? I don't care what the world thinks. I care what I think. But let me tell you, people judge me. They judge me left and right about wearing this unicorn. But that's okay. You know what? And it's usually the older women that are looking at me and saying, you know what? Why is she wearing that unicorn? But I'm happy. I'm like, this is fantastic. This is great. Yeah. And if someone says something to me about the unicorn, I say, oh, uh-oh, you triggered a 1-minute unicorn dance party. And we dance, right? And you know people are judging us. You know that they're saying things, but who cares, right? Who cares? We're having fun. And it says more about those people who are standing there saying, oh, I'm not going to dance with her because she has a unicorn. And why are these people dancing in the middle of a store? But yeah, that's what I do. And you know what? Who cares what other people think? Of course, it says so much about them. And I don't mind that. You know what? I see these people and I say, you know what? I think they really want to dance with me. And I pull these people in and we're all dancing together, usually. But yes, it's so obvious. Yes, when I You know, when you judge someone else, it has nothing to do with them. It's all about you. So next time you ever see me dancing in the street, come join me. No judgment. No judgment. Back to you, contest chair.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lada. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the table topic session. 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots.
Time's up.
Yati. Ladies and gentlemen, before we have that 15-minute break, I would like to acknowledge the presence of our past district director of District 79, Distinguished Toastmaster Abdul Ghafoor. Distinguished Toastmaster Abdul Ghafoor, sir, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Would you like to say anything, sir, to cheer our contestants who are participating today?
Thank you so much, Mr. Contest Chair. It is always a proud privilege to be with Horizon Toastmasters Club. I am a member, a charter member of Horizon Toastmasters Club. So I know what is in and out of Horizon Toastmasters Club. A vibrant offline club of Division F, District 79. Now, you should be so proud to say that you are an international club. Even though it is online, you have members from almost all over the countries. That is amazing. Second thing is the club performance over the years. Last year, when I was district director, Horizon Toastmasters Club was one of the unique elite president distinguished clubs with 10 DCP points. And I was looking at the agenda this evening. You have for each contestants for all the 4 contests. Nowadays, it is a challenge time for almost all the clubs. But you ensure that you have a very enriching, encouraging club contest. Thank you, Mr. Contest Chair. All the very best.
Thank you, DTM Abdul Ghafoor. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be having a 15-minute break. We will be coming back at 3:15. Timer, if you could just set the time at 3:15, we'll be coming back. Have a great break, everyone. Take your coffee or tea. We'll be coming back. Thank you, United. Is everybody here?
I think we lost RD.
think we lost Adi for a moment. Mhm. Okay. He's back. Okay, Ardi, take it over.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, we are now ready for the humorous speech contest. We have 3 contestants for this particular category. And like mentioned earlier, all of them were already briefed about the contest rules and all are eligible. Our contestants will be as follows. Contestant number 1 will be Toastmaster Lada, followed by Toastmaster Abu Bakar Sadiq, and last but not the least is Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan. Chief Judge, are your judges ready?
Please go ahead, my friend.
Abu Bakar, can you please send me the title of your speech on the WhatsApp? Toastmaster Lada, is this your speaking session? Okay. Can you please repeat after me? I can do this.
I can do this.
Yes, you're both audible and visible, Toastmaster Lada. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 1 for humorous speech, Toastmaster Lada. The speech title is 1 in 10 adults do this. 1 in 10 adults do this. Toastmaster Lada Lesniak.
Hello, my fellow toast gods and goddesses. 1 in 10 adults do this. What could it be? Any guesses? Could it be that 1 in 10 adults eat their ramen noodles with mustard? Bleh. Could it be that 1 in 10 adults secretly want to be a unicorn like me? Or could it be that 1 in 10 adults actually eat more than 5 cloves of garlic a day? Ugh. They're all kind of crazy, right? But wait till you hear what it really is. 1 in 10 adults suck their thumb. That means that 1/10 of the planet sucks their thumbs. That means 780 million people suck their thumb. I know they rarely speak with their thumbs in their mouth, but they do. So if statistics are correct, right here in this room right now, we have at least 2 adult thumb suckers. Wow. Come out, wherever you are. But you're not going to come out, right? Because there's just a wee bit of shame. It's not something that you kind of talk at a cocktail party. Oh, yes, I'm an adult thumb sucker. Are you? Oh, so am I, yes. Pass the Grey Poupon. No. But today with my speech, something you probably have never thought about before, and something you'll probably never think about again, and that is, I'm going to convince y'all that adult thumb sucking is cool. From shame to cool. Here we go. At 12 weeks, y'all, each and every one of you were sucking your thumb. You were in the womb, you had no brain. It was basically a no-brainer. And you were doing it for self-soothing. And that's really what this is all about. Thumb sucking is about self-soothing. Now, as adults, what do we do to self-soothe? Alcohol, drugs, drinking, smoking, right? Why not just suck your thumb? It's free. It feels good. It's good for your immune system. It gives you an endorphin boost. And you save money and water. You don't have to wash your thumbs. And celebrities do it, y'all. Celebrities, yes. You all know Rihanna. She cool. That's right. She sucks her thumb. And then we have Lady Gaga. And she says, when I suck my thumb, my creative juices just flow. And then we have Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator, the Thumbinator. I'll be back. Right? If celebrities do it, then it must be cool. And 780 million people do it. Wow, yes, they're all so thumb suck proud that they have societies, organizations, movies, films, events. There's even a Facebook group. It's called We Suck. And they're so thumb suck proud that they have a theme song. And I know you guys know the melody, so unmute yourselves and sing along. If you're happy and you know it, suck your thumb. If you're happy and you know it, suck your thumb. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, suck your thumb. Fun, right? But we have to get a little bit serious here because we are talking about shame. I'm going to share with you a quote from Brené Brown, who speaks and talks about shame and writes about it. Here's the quote. Shame cannot survive being spoken, and we are spoken about it here. It cannot tolerate having words wrapped around it. We're wrapping words and energy and song all around it. What it craves is secrecy. No secrecy here. What it craves is silence. No silence here. What it craves is judgment. We're toasties. We don't judge, right? But can you feel what's happening here? As a collective, what we're doing? We are blowing that adult thumb-sucking shame out of the water. Kaboom! Right? Don't you all, it's like a movement. Don't you all want to be adult thumb suckers now? Which reminds me, confession time. I am one of the adult thumb suckers in the room. No, I'm not. I wish I was. It'd be so great for my speech, unfortunately. But I do have 2 confessions for you. The first confession is that at age 5, I was still sucking my thumb. Maybe some of you were as well. My mom was like, no. I'm like, yeah. She's like, okay, here comes the cayenne pepper. Here comes the salt. Here comes the shame. And I was like, no, I'm a thumb sucking warrior. So I kept on sucking my thumb. Any other thumb sucking warriors out here? Give me a high five. And my second confession is that from age 5 to 25, I was a closet nighttime thumb sucker. I would go to bed at night. I'd put my thumb in my mouth and I would rock myself to sleep. And these days, I wish I could do it, but I just get dizzy, so I can't. Okay, so have I convinced you all? Anyone convinced? Well, it's okay. Well, have no fear because Lada is here. And I'm going to suck the rest of the shame, any kind of shame you have, I'm going to suck it out of you with an adult thumb-sucking meditation / hypnosis. And it's not just going to be for the adult thumb suckers, it's for the burpers, the farters, the droolers, all of you. Any kind of shame, just throw it in there, okay? All right, so here we go. Everyone take a deep breath in. Deep breath in, close your eyes, and here we go. You're floating. You're in your mother's womb. Oh, it feels so good. You've missed it so. Your hands are floating around, and they just so naturally, your thumb goes into your mouth. Oh, it feels so good. It tastes so good. Why did you ever stop? Yes. And there's no shame. There was never any shame in the womb here. None at all. So you're feeling shameless. You're feeling happy with your thumb in your mouth. And that state of shamelessness, every time you put your thumb in your mouth outside of this meditation, you'll feel that same state of shamelessness. No shame at all. Feels so good. Wait a second. Are we here by ourselves? Is that Arnold the Thumbinator? Is this the movie Twins? No, just a fart bubble. We're okay. Keep on floating. Keep on feeling good. Take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. And open up your eyes. And if I've convinced you all that adult thumb sucking is cool, give me a big old thumbs up and a shameless hee-haw. And if you don't want that, there's always, I can give you a pacifier. Anybody want a pacifier? Anybody? Open up. Go ahead. Open up. Back to you, contest chair.
Oh my gosh, you got me thumb sucking. Thank you, contestant number 1. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you, Toastmaster Lada. 1 minute of silence, please, for the judges to mark their ballots.
Time's up.
Thank you, Yunyati. Fellow Toastmasters, let us all welcome contestant number 2, Toastmaster Abu Bakr Siddiq. Toastmaster Abu Bakr, can you please turn on your video? Is this your speaking position, Toastmaster Abu Bakr?
Yes,
Can you please repeat after me? I can do this.
I can do this.
Wonderful. You're both audible and visible. Ladies and gentlemen, our next contestant, contestant number 2, Toastmaster Abu Bakr Siddiq, with a speech title, The Generation Gap. The Generation Gap, Toastmaster Abu Bakr Siddiq.
Flash news. India has surpassed China in its population. Yay! It's not a thing to be proud of, but then yes. Do you know there are 8 billion people now on planet Earth? I was worried, I was excited about this news. Then I went to my friend, I said India has surpassed, there are 1.4 billion Indians now. Instead of being excited or worried, he was sad. He said, "Oh, that's bad news." I said, "What happened?" He said, "There are 1.4 billion people, and I'm just single. Couldn't find even a single girl." Well, I didn't know what to say to him. But increasing population all around the world, there is a new type of generation that is coming. There are so many generations. The most you will find in this area, in GCC, in Saudi Arabia, in India, is Generation Z. They are the young folks who are coming up, with all the technology and intelligence. But if you don't know about the other generations, let me take you through the different kind of generation. Grab a paper and pen. Never mind, I'm not an expert, but I'll try to explain you as much as possible. Let's go back, really, really back, pre-1945. This is called the builder generations. They have done great things, fought many wars. Anybody born before 1945, they are called the builders, the maturist. Something like my great-grandfather. They are the ones who will start every single sentence with, "Once upon a time." They will lay back in their seat as they go into their memory lane, trying to grasp the things happened. And mostly, they will narrate their stories to their grandchildren. "Once upon a time, I was in the middle of battle and the flying bullets were flying here and the bombs were falling. I stood strong." "What happened after that, Grandpa?" "Then I met your granny." "Oh, there's something missing in the story." Well, the second generation, just after the builders or maturists, we call them baby boomers. I don't know for what reasons, but they are the one they are born between 1945 and 1960s, like my father. I believe they are the most coolest one, the mature one, the most wise ones. But they are called baby boomers because they are trying to keep up with the current technology. So if you want to have an appointment with them, don't send them a Snapchat. Don't send them a Facebook request. Send them a SMS which we don't use it anymore. And after the baby boomers, there is something called Generation Y. I think they are the coolest, most sophisticated, most handsome, most intelligent. You know why they are the best? I am from Generation Y. But kidding apart, they are the ones who have seen both the technologies. We have seen LED, tube TVs to LED, from Orchid to Facebook, from very simple technology to the marvelous era right now. And then at the last, there is Generation Z or Generation Z. God, I hate them. I'm sorry. I cannot stand it. I have a fair reason. Hear me out. Generation Z, if I have to describe them, you might have seen those. The young kids in the teens roaming around with, torn up jeans. They don't listen to their parents. They don't listen to their bosses. They have very little patience. And, well, the list goes on. There is no time left for me. Much bad about Generation Z. But then they are also smartest. They are the ones who are minting money out of thin air. They're doing Bitcoin. They are doing this and that. But they're always cursing or saying bad things about Generation Y and Generation, the baby boomers. They're saying you are so stupid, you don't know technology. But when I see them day in and day out, they're posting pictures as if they're posting their life achievements. You wake up in the morning, you have a coffee, hashtag awesome mornings. After 5 minutes, you go to toilet, hashtag water relief. But then, anytime they say something to me, I hired a guy quite recently. Just after 4 months, he comes back. He said, I am going to leave the job. I said, son, what happened? I'm sorry. I said, what happened? He said, I'm not making an impact on the company. I want to change the world. I said, it's just 4 months since you started the job. Have patience. But then, whenever they say, you guys don't know technology and stuff, I have only one thing to say to Generation Z. We are the ones who invented them. Thank you so much for listening in. Back to you, contestant.
Thank you, contestant number 2, Toastmaster Abubakar Siddiq. 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots.
Time's up.
Thank you, timer. Contestant number 3, our last contestant for a humorous contest, is Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan. Toastmaster Muhammad, is this your speaking position?
Yes, it is.
Can you please repeat after me? I can do this.
I can do this.
Thank you. You're both visible and audible. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome contestant number 3, Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan, with a speech title, Life's Altering Journey. Life's Altering Journey, Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan.
I used to be the king of my own castle. I lived life on my own terms. And freedom was my first name. Freedom Hassan. But then I got married last year. And now I am just Hassan. Good afternoon, contest chair, fellow captors. I didn't know that marriage is like a prison, except there is no parole. And the only visitors you get are your in-laws. When I was signing the contract, people said that although you will have to give up your freedom, but in return, you will get a lifetime supply of love and companionship. No, 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 no. In actuality, one will get a lifetime supply of headaches and responsibilities. If I took a dive and share with you what happened afterwards, probably you will have to grab tissues and wipe your tears. But I'm not going to talk about this today. When we got married, we decided to enjoy our lives for at least a couple of years before adding on to other responsibilities. But one day, I was sitting calmly in my living room, sipping a cup of tea, thinking things through whether getting married was the right decision. My wife came in and told me the news of her life budding inside her. If anyone wants to know what my expressions were at that time, you have to go and watch Friends, where Rachel reveals to Ross when she gets pregnant. Utter and complete shock. I had to cancel so many plans for the next 6 months, including a trip to Turkey. Gladly, my wife doesn't know because I wanted to surprise her. Otherwise, she would have wreaked havoc. So I started telling people about this supposedly good news. I told my sister that my wife is pregnant. She said, "What? You should say we are pregnant." I was like, "Okay, I have this tummy, but I am not. She is." I don't know why do we have to say we in each and everything. It was a roller coaster ride with several visits to the hospital and a lot of checkups and tests. I got really exhausted. As soon as I heard the voice of my son crying after coming into this world, boy, little do I knew that it was a warning and now it would be us crying up from here onwards. I was so exhausted in 9 months that I had started sleeping 12 hours a day to replenish my energies. And my wife was just getting 2 hours daily. But I was really exhausted. We celebrated our first anniversary with our lovely son. Lovely is just a way of expression. Otherwise, since the day we heard him cry during the birth, me and my wife are crying ever since. Now, our lives are filled with dirty diapers, sleepless nights, and endless laundry. The first thing he did after coming to this world is setting our priorities right. They were not in the right place. Our work, career, social commitments are no more a priority. Only priority that we have is him. He starts crying until he stops, and you cannot do anything. I was known to be a punctual man, but not anymore. I am now always at least an hour late everywhere I have to be. Before I became a dad, my schedule was my own. I could sleep in, go out with friends, and do whatever my wife wanted, whenever she wanted. But once the baby arrived, my schedule changed in an instant. I am now up early in the morning, pretend to help my wife in changing diapers and other chores, and most importantly, entertaining the little one. I have gone from king of the castle to servant of the crib in no time. According to my wife, I am never good at anything. One day, my son started crying late at night, and my wife did everything she could to make him stop, but she couldn't. She handed him to me to make him stop crying. The only thing I could think of was a lullaby, but I am a terrible singer. It went something like this. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Baba gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird don't sing, Baba gonna buy you a diamond ring. And if that diamond, he started crying even more. My wife just rolled her eyes and said, "You are the only person who can make a lullaby sound like a death song." After all these and several other struggles, then I understood why we should exactly say we are pregnant instead of wife being pregnant, because it's a journey for both. Becoming a father has been the biggest shock of my life, but it's also been the greatest blessing. I've lost my freedom, but I've gained a love that I never knew existed. So here's to all the new dads out there, and to the laughter and memories that come with this incredible journey. Being a parent is tough, but it's also the most rewarding experience you will ever have. So one has to embrace the chaos and enjoy the ride. Back to you, contest chair.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan. 1 minute, please, of silence for the judges to mark their ballots.
Time's up.
Thank you, timer. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the evaluation, the humorous speech contest, where we had 3 contestants. Tally counter, you may now give the report to the chief judge and the timer's report. Chief Judge, please tell me when you are ready for the next contest.
Yes, you may go ahead, my friend. By the time we will get time. Okay.
Thank you, Chief Judge. And now the final contest that we're all waiting for, the International Speech Contest. In this contest, we have 3 contestants. We had 4 originally, but the other one had an emergency. So we have 3 contestants, and they are Toastmaster Abubakar Sadiq, followed by Toastmaster Lada Lesniak, and the last is Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan. Let me call on the first contestant, Toastmaster Abubakar Sadiq. Can you please spotlight him, Zoom Master? Toastmaster Abubakar, is this your speaking position?
Yes,
Can you please repeat after me? I can do this.
I can do this.
Can you see the timer?
Not yet. Yes, I can.
Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters, our first contestant for international speech, Toastmaster Abubakar Sadiq, with a speech title, The Silent Killer. The Silent Killer Toastmaster Abu Bakr Siddiq.
Hello? Yeah, I will be there in 5 minutes. Please, I will come back in 5 minutes and do this. Oh, I forgot to buy the lunch she ordered. Oh, my friend's birthday is today. So many people are always overwhelmed with a lot of responsibilities. Life seems to be always chaotic nowadays, but this is really funny to me and really intriguing, because the other day I was thinking, in this era of technology, we should be having so much peace, because the computers are doing all the job, the AI is thinking for us. There are so many facilities we have around. This is the best era. We can have a transportation, abundance of food, the healthcare is nice, but then everybody in the world is somehow or the other is affected by a single disease that is killing us silently. This disease is invisible. This disease cannot be measured. This disease cannot be talked about enough. It's not talked about enough. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about stress. It's in here every single day. And we don't know how to deal with it. We have a fever, we put a Panadol or any other medication. But for stress, what are we doing? To understand the stress, exactly what happens in our body, I have to take you back to our great grandfathers when we used to live in caves. Back then, we had very few responsibilities. The men, they used to go hunt and gather, and their responsibility was to make sure the family is safe from the predators or the environmental, problems like thunder, rain. That's it. During that time, if I was a hunter, I go into a jungle and I see a lion standing in front of me, I will freeze up. My body is telling me, you have two options. Either you run or you fight. This is the response of the body for stress. It's called flight or fight. During that time when the stress happens, the cortisol flushed into our body. It makes all the main functioning of the body is shut down, because we have a very great threat in front of us, a lion, hungry lion staring at us. So what it does, the brain, it pumps out all the blood to our exteriors for us to fight or to run. But mind you, in this era, human beings are the only being, we don't have a certain immediate threat in front of us, but we are stressed out day in, day out. So the cortisol is running through our body, the adrenaline is pumping, all the main functionality of the body is shut down. This is all happens through imagination, my friends. Your girlfriend can dump you 5 years ago and you're still sitting in the couch and thinking about it. Your body is being stressed. You're thinking about an event or an accident that happened 10 years ago. And still your body goes through the same response when it happened. Humans are the only being on earth that can go through that event and have the same biological reaction in the body. We have to understand the core dangers of stress. Stress is useful, yes. It is extremely useful on dangerous situation. It gives you that virility, the strength, the speed to get out of it or at least have a fight for it. But if you're thinking what is happening in this modern era, simply put it, we are just overwhelmed with information. It is coming from every single corner, from your TV, from your laptop, from your phone. You're constantly bombarded with informations and your life is chaotic. You're not able to put your mind on something. Back then, we used to have physical labor as the main source of income. We used to build things, we used to farm, but our mind used to be at peace. You compare this, our body, our health, to my dad or his dad, my great grands, there is a huge difference and makes you wonder what has changed over this time. Food and environment, yes, but the majority is stress. It's not a contagious disease you have acquired. This is not something that comes from somebody. This is your own innovation. You sit there, you think about something, your body is naturally stressed. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is an appeal to everyone in this world to take a moment, take a deep breath, connect with yourself, and ask yourself every single second what is happening in your brain. It is in your hand what conspires into your brain. Take control now. Be stress-free. Live your life. Thank you very much. Back to you, contestant.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abu Bakr. Timer, 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots.
Time's up.
Thank you, Timer. Our next contestant is Toastmaster Lada Lesniak. Lada, is that your speaking position?
It is.
Can you please repeat after me? I can do this.
I can do this.
Perfect, Lada. You're both visible and audible. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 2, Toastmaster Lada Lesniak. The title of her speech is GPS. GPS, Lada Lesniak.
Hello, my fellow toast gods and goddesses. By a show of hands, who here has felt the fear and did it anyway? Felt the fear and did it anyway. I think most of us, right, at some point. But recently, a couple of friends of mine have said to me, Lada, on separate occasions, Lada, you're fearless. And I was like, me? No. But then I thought about it and I said, you know what? I think they are right. I have been feeling the fear less these days. And I think to myself, why is that? The unicorn? Nah. I think the reason is because I actually have a secret weapon to feel the fear less. Would you like to hear it? Of course you would. My secret weapon is my GPS. Not the GPS that's out there on your phones, global positioning system and in your computers. This is my GPS. And it stands for gratitude, take your power back, and you're stronger than you think. Gratitude, take your power back, and you're stronger than you think. Now, it hasn't always been like this. No. It used to be gloomy, powerless, and sad. Gloomy, powerless, and sad. And that's because for about 30 plus years in my life, I had an eating disorder, bulimia. If you don't know what that is, you eat and throw up, eat and throw up, eat and throw up. It's like any other addiction out there. You're basically just trying to numb your feelings. And I thought I was at my bottom when my cousin committed suicide. I didn't go to the funeral. I stayed home and binged. You would think that would be stop me, right? That would be my lowest. No, I had to go even lower. And that lower was breast cancer. And I finally did stop. I was told by the doctors if I don't do chemo, radiation, and cut my breasts off, I'll be dead in 5 years. I didn't do anything that they said because it honestly didn't make any sense to me. What made sense to me was day of diagnosis, I quit the eating disorder and never looked back. I quit my glamorous television job because it was basically killing me. I knew I had to change or die. It's very simple, change or die. And one of the big things that I also needed to change was my attitude. And guess who helped me do that? You will never guess. Santa Claus. Yes, Santa Claus. I do a show called The Couch Show, which I travel around the world on a big blow-up couch. I plop it down and I sit and I talk to people. I was in Canada and guess who was walking down the street? It is Santa Claus, the whole beard and everything. I said, come on, come talk to me. So he comes up and I said, you look like Santa Claus, but you're a little skinny. He says, off season. I said, okay. So he sat down, we're talking. And this guy, he literally glowed. He glowed with happiness. I was like, wow, what is the secret? Why are you so darn happy? He said, you know what? I wasn't always this happy. But when I discovered that happiness is not an emotion, but an attitude, I could be happy anywhere, doing anything with anybody. And I heard it obviously during the interview, but I really heard it when I was editing. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have spent years sad, and here it was. This is the answer. I took my power back and I was like, I can be happy just by choosing to be. Happiness is a choice. Yes. And from that point on, I tried to implement into my life as much as I could, but I really used it when I was dealing with the fear of the cancer. Now, those of you who have had cancer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And those of you who have not, fear is pretty much your constant companion when you're going through it. And especially me, because I was doing my own rogue thing, right? I was doing what I thought what I wanted to do and what was helping me. So without even realizing it, I was using that GPS. So if I ever was in fear, oh my God, I'm going to die, I would go to gratitude. Now, what I had done early on in my diagnosis, I went up to my room and I cut out all these hearts, all shapes, sizes, 500 of them. And on each one, I wrote, thank you for my healing. Thank you for my healing. I plastered it all over my room. And then when I was feeling fearful, which was a lot, I would go up to my room, just declare right out what I'm grateful for that day. And it was magical. Taking my power back. Thoughts, attitude, right? It's all the same. So if I again had a fearful thought, I would say, oh my God, I think I'm dying. I would neutralize it and say, I'm still here. And then I would try to make it positive and say, I am healing. I'm okay. And then stronger than I think. Y'all, yes, how Yahoo. I have beat cancer 15 years ago. Exciting, yes, and I did it my way. Yahoo! And that's why I'm so excited for you guys. I want to share this GPS with all of you because you can use it anywhere doing anything. For example, pretend that you're nervous and fearful at a speech contest, right? Just pretend. First, what would you do? Gratitude. Okay, here we go. Gratitude. Well, you're not in Ukraine. The bombs aren't falling. You have all your limbs. You have something to eat, something to drink. You have somewhere safe to sleep, right? Then taking your power back. Well, did you know that when you're in the present moment, there is no fear? Think about it. You're in the present moment, there is no fear. Fear is when you are in the future or in the past. So stay in that present moment. That's where all the power is. And then this one, I want you all to come close for me. Put your faces to the camera. You all are way, way stronger than you think. Whatever you're dealing with, speech contest or whatever it is, you're way stronger than you think. You matter, you're enough, and you're not alone. I'm right here with you, and we're all here with you as well. You are way stronger than you think. And should you ever encounter fear after the speech, GPS it. give it some gratitude, take its power away. And as Winnie the Pooh said, you're stronger than you think. Now, this is my GPS, what my GPS stands for. What is your GPS stand for each and every one of you? Back to you, contest chair.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lada. That's the last contestant. 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer.
I think just check. This is the second contestant.
I think Hassan still has to go.
Point of order, yes. Yeah, that's the second contestant. My
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, there's one more contestant, yes.
Time's up.
Take your timer. The last but not the least contestant for IS, Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan. Zoom Master, can you please spotlight him? Toastmaster Hassan, is this your speaking position?
Yes,
Please repeat after me. I can do this.
I can do this.
Perfect. You are both audible and visible. Toastmaster Hassan. Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan. The title of his speech is Messiah. Messiah, Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan.
Hey, fatty, can you even walk? Walk slow, you will break the earth apart. See, earthquake is happening when you are walking. Contest chair, fellow Toastmaster. This bullying was taking a toll on this kid. The embarrassment of being fat was creeping in. It further deteriorated the confidence once this bright young boy had. He was never in the moment, and his mind always used to wander here and there. Even he used to be lost during classes. Wake up, wake up. I'm talking to you. Are you sleeping in the class? I'm asking you a question. Miss, can you please repeat the question? He could hear the whole class bursted in laughter. Fatty can't even respond to simple questions. Even at home, parents, despite witnessing withdrawal symptoms, being lost all the time, lack of interest in different activities, didn't do much. His mom once asked, "My boy, my son, how are you feeling?" "My son, why are you worried about all this?" Mom, my classmate called me fatty. They never leave an opportunity to tease me. My friends are always avoiding me now. I am all alone. The only response that he could get, ignore them. Ignore them? He was thinking how to ignore them when the only word he could listen to was fatty, fatty, fatty. How come this solution could help him? This kid was completely shattered with the behavior of his classmates. Constantly bullied, his dropping grades, confidence, and ability to function properly was also adding to the misery. He was on the verge of collapse. Do you know who this kid was who was bullied this badly? This kid was me. Yes, I was bullied this way. Neither teachers nor parents could help me. I thought that this is the end. Ceasing to live seemed easier than keep on living. During all this, someone was silently observing. My elder sister emerged as my messiah, and she couldn't digest my miserable conditions. She started listening to me and what I was going through. She was a student herself, but she knew who to go to. She decided to seek professional help for me because she knew parents and teacher won't be able to help. We used to have a magazine weekly where one Auntie Agni used to deal with these similar situations. She contacted her through mail and discussed the whole scenario and how it is deteriorating her brother's mental health. She did everything on her own without letting me know that she is doing all this for me. She came back with one important lesson, that is to change the way I respond. She asked me to remain calm and composed by thinking about my happy memories whenever bullying starts, and smile back if someone calls me a fatty. She explained that bullies are only looking for reaction, and when there is none, then it will defeat the purpose and they will be disappointed. All I have to do was to remain calm and composed. Although shivering from inside, the moment someone called me fatty, I looked at him in the eyes, smiled, and went away. The kid bullying me got a bit awkward and shocked as well. The next time someone called me fatty, I responded, "Hey, finally, you have something funny to say." He was least expecting this. I snatched away his joy of witnessing a miserable reaction. Slowly and gradually, things started dissipating. They discovered with the passage of time that I was not bothered anymore with their comments. Throughout this time, I was constantly communicating with my Messiah, my sister, and she was always there to help me. Once deteriorating grades became exhilaratingly exceptional for everyone. Fatty was attentive, sharp, and active. This Fatty is now walking confidently on the earth, never letting bullies get to him. He is now equipped and well prepared to tackle such behaviors, and also started helping other victims by sharing his own experience. Fellow Toastmasters, I share my story with you today to show that no matter what obstacles you face in life, it is possible to overcome them. The key is to stay strong, have confidence in yourself, and never give up. And always remember, there's always someone by your side who will help you through the tough times, just like my sister was for me. So never lose hope and find your own horizon. Find your Messiah. Who is your Messiah, contest chair?
Thank you, Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan. That's the last contestant for International Speech Contest. Timer, 1 minute of silence, please, for the judges to mark their ballots.
Time's up.
Thank you, timer. Fellow Toastmasters and our esteemed guests. We just finished the 4 categories. And yes, we're about to announce the results of the contests. We're just waiting for the IS results. Is everybody excited? Excited, excited.
Woo!
We are excited.
Come on, Hassan, be excited. Everybody. Abu.
Yeah, turn on our cameras. Yes, by the way, the first and second place winners will be moving forward to the Area 31 contest, which will be held on Friday, next Friday, 10th of February at SFLE compound. It will be a hybrid meeting. All the best, all the best, all the best. You all did great.
Does that work? It's cold, isn't it? Yes. Yes, it's cold. Congratulations, everybody. This is my dog cat. I don't believe in cats, so this is my dog cat.
Dog cat. What's the name?
Trick or treat,
Oh,
right? Well, it looks like trick or treat, right? Halloween,
yeah.
like Halloween.
Yes, okay. Let's start getting some information about our contestants. I'm so interested with Abu's speech about the silent killer. Abu, what made you draft that silent speech killer piece? What's your inspiration? Where did you drive it at?
I was actually stressed out today. So
So stress is killing you, eh?
yeah.
It's a silent killer. Yes, actually, yes. It's killing all of us, you know, the daily toll of the pressures at work. And of course, what's happening around the world, that's stress. But just like what Lada said about GPS, Lada, it's about having our own GPS. And I remember clearly what she said. It's either you change or you die. Lada, that turning point, how did you feel when the doctor told you that you only have 5 months, 5 years to live if you're not going to undergo chemotherapy? Bring us back to the time when the doctor like gave you a death sentence.
That's exactly what it was. Very bad bedside manner. You never say this to anybody ever, even if it's true. No, there's always a scrap of hope. Honestly, I was like, what? Are you serious? No. And two separate doctors said this, and I mean, it's devastating, right? And then I had to make the decision, am I going to do that or am I going to follow my heart? And that was for me, that was a turning point. And I said, you know what? I'm here. I'm living my life. You're not. You have no idea what's going on in my life. And I had to make the decision. And every day, let me tell you, it's very difficult to be the do what you think you should be doing when everyone else is telling you something different. But thank God I had my mother, I had my boyfriend, and they never wavered with me. They never said, you go do chemo, you do what you want to do. And here I am 15 years later, healthier than ever.
Oh, praise God, Lada. We're so happy to hear that.
It made me cry.
And of course, Hassan, your Messiah, your sister. How is it going with your sister right now? How is your relationship with her?
Amazing, honestly, contest chair, because she has always been a figure for me. Whenever I face any trouble, I seek her help. She is my elder sister, so she has faced those challenges and she knows how to tackle them. So we are basically following her all the way since childhood. And even at this point of time in my life, whenever I face any challenge or trouble, I go out to my sister. And let me tell you a very recent example. When I was getting married and I was hell confused and I didn't know what's going to happen. So late at night, I called my sister and asked her that, see, sis, I don't know what's going on. And because I didn't know, it was completely arranged setup, so I didn't know what's going to happen. So she said, do not put a question mark where God has put a full stop. And this sentence of hers so calmed me all the way, and I was at peace after this. And I went through it, and it was amazing. So she still is my Messiah till today.
Yeah, Hassan, thank you. Thank you, champions. You all did well, just like what I said earlier, and we are ready for the results. Guys, turn on your cameras. Let's start with the evaluation speech contest of Horizon Toastmasters Club. The first and second place winners will be moving forward to the Area 31 contest on 10 February. Are you ready? Let's start with the third place winner. And the third place winner for the evaluation speech contest is Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan. Congratulations, Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan. Well done. Now, the second place winner is Toastmaster. Is it a boy or girl? Toastmaster Gayan. And of course, the first place winner who will be joined by Toastmaster Gayan in Area 31 is Toastmaster Alada. Congratulations to all of you. Well done, well done. There are no time disqualifications. Now let's move forward to the table topic speech contest of Horizon Toastmasters Club. Again, there are no time disqualifications as per the chief judge. Third place goes to Toastmaster Gayan. The second place winner who will be joining the first place winner in Area 31, is it the boy or the girl? Ta-da! Toastmaster, second place winner is Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan. And again, first place winner is Toastmaster Lada Lesnia. Congratulations, guys. You did great. Let's move forward. Humorous speech contest. The third place winner. Is it a boy or a girl? Toastmaster Abu Bakr Siddiq. And the second place winner, again, is it a boy or a girl? Yeah, any guesses?
Boy.
It's the girl, Lada Lestia. And the first place winner who will join Lada in Area 31 is Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan. Round of applause, please. And last but not the least, International Speech Contest. You ready, guys? Third place goes to Toastmaster Abu Bakr Siddiq. The second place winner, is it a girl or a boy?
It's grandpa.
It's the girl again, Lada Listia. And the first place winner is Muhammad Hassan. Congratulations. Guys, I'm so inspired with your wonderful stories. Thank you for being brave enough to step up and sharing those stories with us.
Picture.
Before I give the control back to our presiding officer, let me just appreciate
Take a
all
picture.
Yeah, let's take a picture. Princess.
Everyone put your faces on camera. Everybody, come on. Everybody. Come on.
Rock your body.
There we go.
Yay.
Arnie, Arnie.
Arnie, Yari,
Arnie.
Minul,
Nancy.
Vivian Lancy,
Arnie,
Inu.
Yari.
Everybody, come,
Gee.
come. Oh, they left.
Come. Smile. 1, 2, 3.
And now a crazy shot for me. Everyone put your hands up. Everyone put your hands up. Ready? Yeah.
Crazy.
Woo.
Yay! Congratulations. Thank you, everybody. I really enjoyed being your seats contest chair today. It's very short notice, but we did well. Like what DTM Fita said, very short notice, but we really did well. Thank you, DTM Fita. And I now return the control to our presiding officer, our great leader, a great friend, a family member, DTM Fita Enea. Sir, back to you.
Thank you so much. Time record 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Decided on Tuesday, Thursday we had the rehearsal, and today we had a contest. Time management, drastic measures or drastic drastic times call for drastic measures, and we did indeed succeed. I would like opportunity and thank everybody. I thank the test speaker, Ricky, and I thank the chief judge and his anonymous judges, DTM Sheikh Shakir Anjum, the timer, Toastmaster Shajni, and Toastmaster Juniati, as well as the Zoom master, absolutely Princess Niza, because without her, I would have lost everybody in the dark rooms. And also the contest chair, to DTM Adi, who did a great job. Absolutely. And last but not least, all the contestants, what we call our heroes, Tosma Muhammad Hassan, Tosma Abu Bakr Siddiq, and Gayan Niroshan. Thank you so much. It's been a great event, very short, very precise. We focus on the contestants, nothing else, no protocols, no balloonies, absolutely nothing. Thank you so much. It's a great event. Thank you, much appreciated. And we'll certainly share the recording in the group so some of you can enjoy it and enjoy this particular moment. 2 hours and 47 seconds record time management. Excellent. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you, and all the best of luck to those who are going to the area, and we will support you. And thank you for those who participated. You're all winners, you're all champions, you're all heroes. Thank you so much. And we bid you farewell and good night. And thank you and bye-bye for now. Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Stay safe. Thank you so much. Sajni.
Thank you, everyone.
Great job,
Thank you, Alika.
everyone.
Thank you, Alika.
Abu Bakar, you did great. Where is Abu Bakar? Bye-bye.